so confused. Part of me was like, oh, what have I done? Maybe I did the wrong thing. You're so clear on the fact that you don't ever want to be married to me. Oh, and you're also saying things like you never loved me. Sitting here.
I mean, listen, last episode was rather wild, you know. Meri's obviously moving, and then Kody gets emotional. You know, you can only imagine obviously how much of a head F that would be for somebody. But at the same time, though, Meri, let's be real here. We all know that she's always been very optimistic about the idea of Kody wanting her, but we've always known, and she's always known, that that's never going to happen. But sadly, when somebody lives on a philosophy or lives with this mindset of having this false hope, when that hope comes in, guess what they're going to do? They're going to think, oh, shit, did I just mess up? When in reality, there was never no messing up. It's done. The man was just being emotional because he's Kody Brown, right? But then again, though, was Kody wrong to get emotional in front of Meri? Should he have done it once he had left? I would say, respectfully, probably, yeah, he should have left before. He should have got emotional, obviously, behind closed doors, not necessarily in her face, because sending those mixed signals after all this time, that's nasty work right there.
Sobbing about an end of an era and that we had something special, is it? I mean, it's been a long time coming. It's been like 8 years coming. Maybe that's why he's fallen like this.
The reality hit him.
I mean, whatever reality that may have hit him, it definitely wasn't the reality of where he realized that he still wants to be married. That's for sure, for sure. It's more the reality of the fact that he feels like a failure because he's lost every single wife but one now.
I mean, it's been, well,
He said 7 years. Sorry for the 7 years.
I know. 8.
And also, he probably liked the idea of the fact that Meri had this obsession from that. They're like, maybe he even liked the idea that she was never going to leave him alone. So he kind of liked that because it made him feel some type of way. You never know. But nonetheless, though, let's get into the next part.
Honestly have found Kody will forget things that are important to me that I've been talking about unless he's interested in it. To say, you need to do this and we can do this. You need to do this so we can go to Ireland. If you
Oh gosh, I'm a guy. There are certain things I'm just going to remember, and there are certain things that just aren't going to matter to me, even if they do matter to you.
So in a nutshell, I mean, he does follow up by saying, and also selective memory. And to be honest, if you added everything he said, selective memory is probably the most accurate thing there. You know what I mean? Like, he clearly wants to only remember things that only benefit him and never that benefits anybody else. Psh, pure narcissism type vibes.
Dean's out. She's giving the property over to us. It's just me, Meri, Robyn, and Janelle. There would be Robyn's 4 acres and then Janelle's 4 acres. And then Meri would have a lot. And I would have a lot. The kids are able to inherit something special for themselves. But mostly it's just like getting all the value we could out of the land.
To be honest with you, I feel like when Kody starts talking about the land and starts talking about money, you know, and all those things, this is where the women should all of them should be very alert. And they should basically educate themselves on, you know, on how things should work out before they even have conversations with Kody about these things, because he's controlled these, he's had the power over all of these things for far too long. And now, when it comes to, you know, separating the way it needs to be done, yeah, he's making things very hard for the wives.
I think it would be fair for all 4 of us to know really like what the lots are worth. That we get an appraisal on the full property rather than just somebody guessing that, oh, well, there's 3, so it must mean that it's more. We want to know exactly how much more valuable, because
we can do that, or I can't remember if it was a developer or a contractor. Might want to buy the entire thing.
It's fun, isn't it? As soon as Meri obviously suggests something that's quite smart, and to be fair, let's be real, obviously it was Janelle that definitely spoke with Meri last week just to let her know that, hey man, just make sure that, you know, that you're not taking advantage of in this situation here. So I guess Meri's kind of maybe taking that information seriously, and that's why now she's like, well, it's important for us to all get the reevaluations, so therefore we all know what we can really walk away with. But of course, Kody's like, yeah, but what if this happens? Because obviously he wants that power, doesn't he? He wants the power to be able to divide whatever money that may need to be divided at some point.
And if they bought the entire thing, then we would just split it 4 ways. Bringing it to you is just an idea.
I don't want to sell. I don't know that I want to sell.
Okay.
Hope that Meri builds a home out there. I know that she probably won't live there full time, but where she's around and she's there and I have a lawyer.
Meanwhile, Robyn's like, yeah, but I don't want to sell though, because I want to basically, because she has this weird hope that maybe Meri's still going to want to kind of build there. And maybe so with Janelle, you know, because she still wants them to be close. Like, honestly, the way Robyn thinks is funky as hell. I mean, I don't know why she's thinking that maybe Meri will want to do this or Janelle may want to do this, because at the end of the day, it's not going to change the fact the relationship's over. It's as if that maybe she wants to keep these women close, so therefore they can see Kody and her every single day, be like, look, I'm the one that finally won him. I'm the one who's the last wife. I just want you girls to always be able to watch it to basically make me feel good about myself. I don't know, man. Listen, it's a weird situation. It's a very weird situation because, to be honest with you, Robyn should be in a position where she's more than happy for, you know, the lands to be sold, and then, you know, the other women can go about their business and move away wherever the hell they want to move away, you know, and then her and Kody can just live, you know, peacefully together if that's possible. But clearly she has this weird, I would say, agenda, I think, to have these women around her, regardless of the fact that Kody doesn't want them and they don't want Kody. It's a weird, I don't know, listen, Robyn is just, yeah, strange.
Cody's not really talking to me about what he wants to do. He's not acting excited or enthused or even like wanting to move forward with this. I just want to get this resolved and sold and split 4 ways.
Well, she doesn't trust me because she would screw me if she could. That's what I believe. Okay, and I'll be honest, I've thought about screwing her. Okay, so I'm being honest.
Oh, yeah, whatever. I mean, to be fair, it is a shame that there is a lack of trust between janelle and Kody. I mean, to be fair, there's a lack of trust all around, isn't there now? I don't know why he would think that she would try and screw him personally, because I say janelle has tried to have conversations with him respectfully throughout, and he has done nothing but not really respect any of the conversations that they've had, you know? He's pretty much said, well, no, because he needs things to be in his favor. He needs things to be in a way where he's in control, and given janelle that type of ammo, he's not willing to do it. But the fact that she's been coming to him is more than enough to say that she wouldn't try and screw over. But maybe something that I'm not seeing.
Legally, a third owner of one of the 4 parcels. So the least amount of property. I don't understand why the property got divided the way that it did. I was not involved in that process. I was just told about it after.
Imagine not being involved in the process, and then now all of a sudden, I mean, that's just weird. If I would listen. It would have been important for me to be involved in the process, so I know what the hell I'm getting and what I'm not getting. You know what I mean? It's actually really, Meri's story out of everyone is actually really, really freaking sad and pathetic.
Regarding property, we're going to have to start talking about how we're going to divide it up, and I don't know how or when to Kody anymore. I'm not part of Kody and Robyn's unit. I have to look out for myself. Talk about it like Kody's all in charge of the whole property. It's because he really has a monopoly on it. His name is on every single piece of property.
And there is no surprise right there.
That I would need an attorney, I would do that. I hope that it doesn't get there.
To be honest with you, I hope that I reckon that when she's having conversations with Kody, she should just throw out there that, hey, I'm going to get an attorney, or I'm willing to do one if XYZ isn't met. Because he needs to feel that pressure on him. Otherwise, he's going to think he can continue doing what he's always done. And that's take advantage of you, Meri. But hey, maybe Meri likes that. Maybe Meri's like, well, he won't take advantage of me sexually, so I'll let him take advantage of me in every other way. So it makes me feel like something. I don't know, man. It's a weird situation, isn't it?
But I would do that if I need to.
I loved them. Was I in love with them? Did I have the same experience with each one? No, never. Working really hard to hide what Robyn and I had while I'm trying to promote everything else. Blame
Oh, my days.
Robyn, right? There's a little fault that I have, and it's not a fault with a big family, but it's a fault when I'm a monogamous. With janelle, who has rejected our marriage and our partnership, and Meri.
You know what's so crazy, right? The way he says janelle has rejected our marriage and partnership, bro. But why? You have to take accountability for why she's done that. You know, sitting talking about, oh, you know, never really, the love I've had for the wives hasn't necessarily been the same for what I've had for Robyn. Blah 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 blah. And now you're in this position here, and you're sitting here, and he's trying to say accountability. We know is not his friend, and that's the most annoying and most frustrating things about this dude.
Calls me, and I answer the phone, and I jump. Hey, I gotta go see Meri. Work with these women. I've been working so hard to get them to agree. I'm still trying to do it. Robyn's the only woman I have to get to agree with me now.
Well, I hope that this idea in his head, this concept or whatever the hell's going through his head, that, you know, now he only rests to report to one woman is going to be the great good for his future. I hope it works out for him. I mean, generally speaking, technically speaking, it should be, but he has to understand that the relationship that he had with his other wives went downhill mostly because of himself. So with that being said, there's no saying that his relationship with Robyn won't go downhill in the same way if he ends up giving the same treatment he was giving the rest of them. So he has to recognize what he did wrong with the other wives to make sure that doesn't go wrong with his current wife. Or maybe any other wife that he may even decide to add in the future. You never know. It's all about learning from your experiences and learning from your wrongs. But Kody does not have that ability. So yeah, I am pretty much talking on deaf ears, aren't I? But nonetheless, though, don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.